afternoon YouTube friends, my name is Jackie. Welcome back to Gone Potty Gardening. Today it's only a short video. I just wanted to show you something that I was doing. Perhaps you might want to make one. I actually realised this morning that I haven't fed the birds this year and I felt sorry for them. This morning I was in the kitchen and I looked out the side window and there was a little tiny wren and it was going for all the little cobwebs, you know, around the window. So it prompted me to make a little bird feeder. Now I've seen this somewhere a couple of years ago and it's a cheaper way of doing it rather than buying all the bird food. You know, things are a little bit tighter for people. So I'll show you what I did. So with this little project you can use like old bits of shrub, little branches that you've got. I've got an old willow tree out there that obviously once upon a time it was a big lovely flowing willow, but it's been coppiced over the years before we even moved here, so it just grows long lengths of canes really. So I've taken a few lengths of that off the willow tree. So these are the little canes that I've just chopped off of that willow tree. These are probably about 1.5 feet long. I've already made one which is hanging out in the tree outside, but I want another one. That's why I made a little video. So how many have I got here? 3, 6. I got 7. So, but in the last one I only had 6 sticks. So really, basically, all you've got to do is tie this end piece down, tie it really tight. Now I bought a new ball of string. Do you think I can find it this morning? So I'm only using this twine. So I'm going to cut a bit of that off. And first off, I'll just make a knot round it, a loop round it. Let's get that string before the dogs get it. If you hear rustling in the background, it is the dogs. Get out, Winnie, out. So yeah, I'm just going to tie this round, you know, tie it like you would just tie anything. But tie it into a knot, but pull it quite tight and leave a little bit of a gap between the top and the bottom there, look, see? So I'm just going to tie a knot, pull it as tight as you can, and leave that little hanging bit there, leave that hanging bit, and now just hold them together. There's me saying I hold it tight, but hold that tag end anyway, and wrap this as tight as you can around the end. Keep going to whatever length of string you cut, doesn't matter, make it a bit stronger, and try and make it come round so that the bit that was hanging, that little bit, meets with the bit you got, and tie it off again. So I'm just tying a knot in that. You can use anything you've got laying around, twine or even wool you could use. So I've just tied it in a little knot like that, look. And now you're going to do the same at the other end. But I want mine to be a bit neat, so I'm going to cut those off so that they're all the same. So I've got my little pliers here. Pliers. I'm just going to neaten them off like that. And the same again for this end. I'm just going to guess the length really, and then cut that off. And do the same, but leave like a little gap from the end, say to my hand, leave that length. I'm just tying it again. It's such a beautiful day today. It snowed a little bit overnight. It was frosty prior to that. So probably underneath the little bit of snow we got is quite slippery. But when the sun comes out in the afternoon, it's beautiful. What a beautiful day. I don't mind as long as I don't get too cold. Right, so I've left that little tag again from the knot that I've tied. Hold them together as tight as you can. And just keep going round, and you want to end up so you can tie it off to that bit you've left. So just tie a knot with the little piece that you had hanging out. Nothing's ever straightforward really, is it? I should have left the length a bit longer, but anyway, you get the gist. So yeah, I love days like this, like the sun now is coming in on the side of my face and making me all nice and warm. Yeah, it is cold out. Winter sun. Not when you're driving though, but if you're not doing much like now, it's good. Right, so I've tied that off. It's not a very tidy job, but it doesn't matter. So now, yeah, so I've got that end and that end. At this end, it doesn't really matter, but at this end, I'm going to cut up another piece of string. And this part is the hanging part. So really what you got to do is thread it through the tied bit that you've just tied. You might have to get something, I can't think what I've got hanging around here, but just something to loop it, to catch it from this end. That's one bit. Obviously mind your fingers. So, but I really want it to go in between those branches. So you end up with a loop like that, look. And I'm just going to tie this off at the end again. I mean, what's nice about these, they're very natural to look at. I love that. And you can always replace them, you know. And you can make up your own stuff to put in them. I'm just hoping that the birds will find them, but I'm sure they do. They take a little while. If you buy a new bird feeder, they take a little while to find it. Well, sometimes a couple of weeks. But I'm hoping that they'll find this one. So yeah, don't forget, all you need is a bit of string and some, you know, even old raspberry canes would do it, as long as you mind your fingers on any prickly bits. Yeah, so I've got that. So now I've got 3 of these left. I bought some fat balls, look. So just open these branches, put a fat ball in, she says. It needs to be quite a tight fit, otherwise it's just going to fall out. And then arrange your branches around that fat ball, like that. But I've got 3 fat balls, and so I'm going to put 3 in there, because like I say, I've already got another one. Excuse that, that was a tractor. I've already got another one outside on the go. So try and sort of like jam it in between the branches and move them around so that it's not going to fall out. So I've got a bit of a funny bendy one there. So yeah, move your branches around so that they stay inside it. I've got one more ball to put in there, and I'll put that up the top one. I remember once putting one of these on not one of these, but like a proper bird feeder, and I looked out the window and a rat was crawling up the side, getting it, eating them. So I'm going to put this one up a little bit higher. Yeah, just move the branches round your fat balls until they're in there quite strong, you know. And I'd say they are. we are. You can't see it very well, but that's the idea of it anyway. I'll take you outside and show you the one outside as well. So there you are, there it is hanging in the tree. I've got that one and another one. See, we've got a little bit of dust in the snow. It's starting to feel the cold now. It's really, like, as the night goes on, it really gets cold. This is the other one. Yeah, so a nice easy way to feed the birds. That lovely blue sky. Don't let it deceive you. Around the back there, you can see through the trees, that's all water from the flooding. But what I want to do next is get all these beds ready. Yeah, that'll be my next thing. Now I really hope that you're going to make a bird feeder now. It's so easy, isn't it, and simple, and the birds will love it. Anyway, take care until next time, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.
Why not come and join me on Facebook or Instagram? The link is in the description.